delicious. Welcome everyone to Thursday night's short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and as usual, we were giggling right before we came live. So puts us in a good mood and definitely makes Chad spit out his beverage. So thank you guys for joining us. Everything you guys see tonight is going to be made up. It's going to be fully improvised. We don't have anything planned other than the games that we're going to be doing. And because of that, that means we're going to be needing suggestions from you guys watching at home or wherever you're watching. It doesn't have to be at home, I guess. So anytime one of us is introduced to the game, we'll ask you guys for some suggestion topics, whether there's something as simple as places or things, or something as complex as the meaning of life. I don't know. We'll figure out what those questions are going to be as we go through. Feel free to just type in your answers into the chat, whether you guys are watching us on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube or wherever it is you guys are watching. Oh, hopefully live, because if you're watching this on repeat and you type it in, we're not going to be obviously paying attention to your suggestions. But we'll take those suggestions, use them, and we'll improvise a scene based out of them. Let me introduce our cast for you guys here tonight. So my name is Chris. Yeah. We've got Pierce.
We got Pierce.
We've got Melanie.
Oh, we got a Melanie.
Hi. We've got Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
And last but certainly not least, our Hostmaster General, the guy that makes all this streaming possible, because he is a certified genius and we are all just scum, Chad. And I was going to turn it over to him for some announcements and suggestions and stuff, but I probably should have prefaced. See, he's the smart one. We're just not so intelligent.
I'm just basking in the knowledge that I'm a genius. I mean, but since I have been designated as such, now you have to schedule an appointment with me 2 months in advance, and you may not get in and get your computer repaired. It's a whole thing. Anyway, guys, welcome to our show tonight. We are very glad to have you with us. We're especially glad for Invon7843 who just donated 100 bits. Thank you so much.
Woo-hoo.
We really do appreciate that. And right off the bat, that's the first thing I was going to talk about. We're here to do comedy, and we're here to make you laugh. And if that means something to you that you'd like to help support us, we are viewer supported. So if you'd like to help us out with that, go to You can do that too, but first go to twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably watching right now.
I take back my genius thing,
exactly.
by the way.
And then turn left, and then right, and then left.
I'm a genius. I'm a genius on autopilot right now. Okay, no, it's okay. Go to twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably at now, and you can find ways to support us there with bit cheers, Twitch subscriptions, however you feel the need to do so. Fun fact: if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can actually subscribe to us at no extra cost to yourself. Just throw us a couple bucks our way. It helps keep us loud, live, and funny. Mostly funny. But anyway, we do appreciate everyone who supports us in that way. If that's not something you can do right now, that's cool. Just go ahead and let your friends and family, worst enemies, random high school people that you only talk to on Facebook whenever it gets awkward, go ahead and just let them know that we're doing comedy, and we're doing it for free, and we are putting it out there for everyone to enjoy on the Facebooks, on the YouTubes, on the Twitches. So, hey, the more people we can make happy, the more we're happy. So thank you so much for that. Also, as I previously accidentally mentioned, didn't want to spoil the surprise, but here we are. We have a website. It's really cool. You should check it out. chaoticgoodimprov.com, where you can find our store and grab yourself some CGI merchandise. That is correct. I do not have a stitch of it on at this point, but trust me, we have t-shirts. I tell you what, since none of us are wearing anything or have anything at hand, why don't you go check it out? It'll be like a little treasure hunt. Do it after the show, though, because you want to watch us right now. But check us out when you're done here and get your CGI merch, where you can actually show off your CGI pride, actually wear a few shirts and everything. People be like, hey, CGI, what's that, computer generated imagery? No, it is in fact comedy. Yeah, and it's good stuff. So that way you can go ahead and let them know. Comedy Girly, thank you so much for the bit cheers. Last but certainly not least, as Chris is going to explain, all of y'all will be providing suggestions tonight for us to build our scenes off of. However, We also take suggestions for the name of the show you're going to be watching. So, the show as you see it tonight is all made up on the spot. We don't have anything pretty much pre-planned. But when we're done, we do like to stick it in the archives and give it a name. So it's our baby for the evening, and we like to give that a name. So, if you hear any of our actors say something hilariously funny tonight, or if you see like a common theme happening between scenes, something that just strikes your fancy, let me know in the chat. I'll be Chaotic Good Improv in the chat. Let me know, kind of flag me down, say, hey, this would be a really good title. We'll compile them, we'll deliberate amongst ourselves at the end of the show, and we'll pick out the best one to be the name of the show going forward, and you will get kudos. Believe me, we have many kudos to get. But anywho's, that pretty much sums it up for all the housekeeping. I'll turn it back over to Chris for the funny. Chris, back over to you, man.
Thank you, Chad. That was very informative, and I learned a lot, so I appreciate that. Tonight's show, like I said, it's going to be completely made up, so this is the only time this show is ever going to exist, and you guys are going to be a part of watching it happen. There'll never be a show like this again, hopefully. I guess eventually, if you keep doing it in Infinity, you could, but probably not. By us, anyway. So let's turn to our very first game. It's going to be a game for Patrick and Pierce, and it's a game we like to start almost all of our shows off with. It's a game called Change. What I need as a suggestion from the audience is I would like some stupid argument that people have, that something mundane, not something earth-shattering like politics or religion or marriage or whatever, but just some dumb argument like people might have, like you were supposed to take the trash out, you didn't take the trash out, something like that, something that people argue about, or something that might make you argue, and we'll use that as a suggestion for this game. What's going to happen is Patrick and Pierce will be improvising a scene based on that suggestion, but anytime I want, I can say change. And when I do say change, whoever just spoke will have to change the last thing they said to something completely different, and then have to justify why that new thing they said is part of the scene. All right. It's almost like I've said those words before. I don't know. All right. Can we get Chad? There we go. Do we have any suggestions for potential arguments that we might use?
Well, this is topical. Taco Bell menu changes.
Taco Bell menu changes. This scene will have something to do with Taco Bell menu changes, or Taco Bell or menu changes, or all of them put together. We don't know. This is Change with Patrick and Pierce. In 3, 2, and 1.
Terry, I love it. I love it.
Yeah?
I think this is your finest work yet.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I was kind of on the fence. I wasn't sure how bold you wanted me to be.
Honestly, I had pretty low expectations for you because your last presentations have been absolute crap.
Okay.
But I feel like this time you've really changed the game. You've elevated it. I think that our fans are going to be just through the roof about these changes.
I really appreciate the constructive feedback.
Change.
Yeah.
I'm just so proud that you are going to approve this campaign.
Change.
Does this mean that I'm going to get paid?
I know I said when I hired you, you're on our executive track to become a board member,
Right.
but right now, we still require 5 years in before you start getting paid.
Okay. Well, I'm at 59 months. So, within a month, that's 60.
That's assuming the policy doesn't change.
Change.
We're actually considering changing that policy.
Change.
You know what? No one likes change at all. We're going to keep this just the way it is. Next month, you're going to get your first paycheck. You will start out at minimum wage. I mean, listen. We don't mind paying you, but it's gonna cost us a lot of money in revenue when we stop selling tacos.
Change.
When we stop ordering any sort of processed meat.
Change.
It's going to cost us a lot of money to switch away from horse meat, okay? It's going to cost us a terrible amount of money.
Well, I think turkey is the way to go. It's
Change.
the wave of the. I think rabbit meat is the way to go. I think oxen.
Change.
I think duck is the way to go. It's gamey yet close enough to chicken that we can pass it off if need be, and it's something new. It sets us apart.
Listen, I agree with you. The only question that I have that our investors might have a problem with is, what is this foie gras Mexican pizza? Is that serious?
Well, we're calling it a quackadilla.
Change.
We're calling it the thriller of the Billa.
Change.
We're calling it the French response to Mexican fast casual.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not that I have a problem with. It's that you called it the double stuffed French response to the Spanish thing there, and I think with the foie gras meat, that might be a little off-putting.
Well, we're actually taking a guinea fowl and stuffing it into the duck before processing.
Got you. So when you said turkey, you meant to say turducken.
We experimented with turducken, but it just shot through the roof, and people kept falling asleep in our test kitchens.
And seed. Oh man, you guys made it too easy to pimp you out. I was having such a good time. And kudos to Pierce for the fast math. He's like 59 months, and in my head I'm like, he's right.
I went. That's 48. That's 4 years. 4 years, 11 months. How long did I say?
Hey, look! I've been on a vesting plan. Okay, how to count months.
He loves economics. I would hope he knows numbers.
I'm not, however, the 2009 Alabama State Junior High champion in economics.
No.
I was the state runner-up.
Oh.
But I wasn't the champion either.
Runner-up.
So,
same thing. Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
None of us were really.
Man, those are some really good brags you guys are making.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I feel like we don't need to continue the show. We can just want to cut them off, and we can just talk about how awesome we are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Especially
what a
like my cats.
What a yes and spirit.
All right, I guess we should continue this if we have to. Chad, for our next one, what we're going to need is a couple of jobs, a couple of different careers, occupations that are very, very different from each other. So a doctor and a dentist, probably not enough dissimilarities there. Get us something that's got some distance between them. And what's going to happen is Melanie and Chris are in this next game. They're going to be involved in some way. I don't know if they're coworkers or customers, etc. But Chris, I think are you the job holder?
I am the job holder.
So Chris used to work in one of these professions and now works in the other. But he's brought a lot of his life experience and work experience into this new job. So it's a little bit of a different style, if you will. That's how this game is played. This is Old Job, New Job. Chad, do we have a couple of suggestions?
Okay, well, as I frantically try to get the correct thing up there, we have a suggestion for a horse jockey.
That's definitely being used, yes.
And we have a suggestion for a cult leader.
Oh. This is gonna be okay.
What? Okay.
You want to have been a cult leader that's now a jockey?
It doesn't matter. Sure. I think it doesn't matter what direction.
Either way,
either way, it's going to be like. Okay.
All right. So, Chris, you once led a cult, and now are a horse jockey.
Oh wow. Okay.
A 6'2" horse jockey.
6'3", but that's all good.
6'3". Sorry, I can't tell on the Zoom.
6'4" with afro, so we're good.
All right. This is Old Job, New Job with Chris and Melanie in 3, 2, and 1.
Whew. Hello, I'm very excited to be riding your horse today.
I am thrilled that we hired you because Elegance is a special horse. Needs a special rider.
Oh, don't worry. I will be the most special rider you have ever seen on your elegance. I've worn my uniform. I hope you don't mind. It's Adidas shoes and just a robe. So I'm very, very eclectic that way.
I was hoping that perhaps under that robe you had your jockey. You know, there's a lot of elegance is sort of a rough ride, so I just want to make sure you've got something under that robe to protect you.
Yes, I don't need anything under my robe to protect me from the rough rides. I've gone through many rough times in my life. Don't worry though. I've put a blessing onto Elegance. It will be the most elegant ride Elegance has ever had. I do hope you have been feeding him with the special oats I have given you. It's something I brought with me from my other career of riding.
We did. My husband and I did feed the oats, but Elegance is elegant, hence the name. And he also likes a bit of champagne, and he likes to drink, wine, really, religiously, I might say. He's a very devout horse.
One of those. Yes. Don't worry, I can fix that. I will make sure to crush the devoutness out of Elegance, as I've done it before many times. Now, if you don't mind, before I get to riding, I would like to just spend some time with Elegance, just me and him. Here in the stables, I have some things I like to do prior to my ride.
Okay. I'm a little uncomfortable leaving Elegance alone. Let me just tell you one thing, that we're actually hoping your recommendation came so high because Elegance is a bit of an introvert, and we would like him to be able to join more other horses and be more social and become a little more of a part of a group, because you see he stands off on his own. Can you help with that?
Well, first I'm going to need you to hold my hands. We will pray together over Elegance and to see if we can make this horse faster just by using the power of attraction between me and you. I sense you're attracted to me. If you're not, you will be soon at some point. I know.
I'm feeling very, very different. If you can do this to my horse, what you're doing for me is extraordinary. I'll go anywhere you tell me to go.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Now, I just need you to make sure that my check that I will be getting for riding your sweet Elegance here is going to be deposited into my special bank account tomorrow, along with maybe some bonus that you would have. Anything that you may feel that you need to just give to me on top of the normal jockey fee.
I'm feeling I want to give you all of the winnings and all of my money. And in fact, I've packed a bag. I saw you coming, and I saw that robe, and I thought we can ride Elegance and leave together.
Yes, well, Elegance is a one rider horse. It's you can walk behind and follow me if you will. Yes,
I will follow you anywhere.
This is the easiest jockey job I've ever had before.
Gee.
A one rider horse.
Yeah.
I hope you have something under that robe to protect you from Elegance.
The Kent Town lady found a new career.
Yeah.
She's a rough ride. All right.
So this next game that we'll be playing is going to be for Melanie and Pierce. However, Patrick and I will be playing along with them because we're going to be playing a game of Pillars. And what I need as a suggestion for this scene is just any location, any place. It could be a room, it could be a country, it could be a city. It doesn't have to be specific. It can just be anything. It could be a mountain. It doesn't matter. Any sort of place or location for this scene. Because what's going to happen is Melanie and Pierce will be doing this scene. Patrick and I will be playing as the pillars. Patrick will be Melanie's pillar, and I will be Pierce's pillar. And what that means is during the scene, they're going to find at certain moments, they're going to hesitate. They're not going to be able to think of the next word that they need to say. So when that happens, the actor will simply simply raise their hand, and their respective pillar will just say the first word that comes to their head. Doesn't have to make any sense with what the actor had been saying. And then that actor will that will be the next word out of their mouth, and they'll have to justify why they've said that word in the context of the scene. Do we have a suggestion for a location, Chad?
The Talladega Super Speedway.
So Talladega Super Speedway. All right, so this scene will have something to do with the Talladega Super Speedway. I will be Pierce's pillar. Patrick will be Melanie's pillar. This is pillars in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh, Rachel, I love that top.
Well, thank you. I am so excited, and it's low cut enough, right?
Well, let's see. Now, there we go. All right.
Okay.
You want to kind of push it up? We're going to be in the pit today.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm hoping one of those drivers just winks at me.
That's right.
I've changed his tires, Dale.
Okay, so we're going to need some assistance, though, in the pit. I'm going to need you to be the person that carries around the
cheddar
cheese for the driver.
Okay.
See, those drivers, they do all these laps, and it's a sport, right? So they're burning calories, and we have found
they need that protein. Yeah.
cheddar cheese is the best way to refill them calories.
Well, you know what? It's why you hired me. Guess what I always keep in my purse?
Palm tree.
A palm tree. Because sometimes you just need a little shade, and it's hot out here, Alabama sun.
It gets up to about 120 down there in the pit. So that cheese starts to melt a little bit. So in fact, because it melts, we're going to have to get you to bring along your
electricity
blanket wrapper for the cheese. Do you have one?
I got it in my purse. Have you seen my purse? It's as big as a
Tic Tac.
As big as a Tic Tac, but hell, it holds a whole world.
It's an impressive bag you got there. All right, come on. I'll show you around. We've got the pit here. Obviously, we've got the number 44 car over there. That's being driven by
Unami
Casasplaga. He's the new Japanese driver.
He smells good.
He smells just like
butter.
Butter. It smells just like rum and butter. It's a Japanese delicacy, I hear.
Oh, I know. I got some in my purse. Sometimes I like to eat a little.
Email.
I like to eat my email right before a big race. I just can't handle the stress of all the incoming, so I just.
That's a new way to get to inbox 0, I guess.
Here you go.
Good for you, right?
So I don't know how to use all these tools to change the. When a car has a
ceiling fan.
When a car has a ceiling fan because they're so hot, if it goes out, I don't know which of these things to use to fix the fan.
Well, we've actually updated the stock cars lately, and we've replaced the ceiling fans with
leather
interiors. The drivers just stick directly to the upholstery in the seats. So they actually like it nice and hot, gets all the body fluids right to adhere.
Well, that's very sexy.
It's also a safety thing. So when they wreck, they don't fly out the car. So they stopped wearing seatbelts too.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's really smart. When I was a little girl, I had a
Sharpie,
and my mama wouldn't let me wear the seatbelt, so I would draw one on across my chest so I felt more secure when I was in the car. I know. That's why I work in the field of cars.
Rachel, I knew when I hired you that you would safety first, safety top of mind. That's why I appreciate you, Rachel.
And scene. Oh man!
Butter.
I forgot I was playing this along with you, and so when I saw the hand race, I was like, "Ooh, I wonder what they're gonna say." And I was like, "Oh shit, that's me, butter."
Rum butter.
There were 3 times where Pierce asked for a suggestion. There was something that was right next to what I was saying. So you like, Chris, I did electricity, and I was like, I was going to say chemistry next. Damn it.
Oh, man.
All right. So next we've got Chris and Pierce in a game. I just need 2 suggestions, and they really can be anything you feel like typing within reason. So it can be location, a weird thing you'd find in a junk drawer under your bed, or the worst gift you ever got. Just throw a whole bunch in there, and Chad will start to giggle, and that's when I know that we've got some good ones. And so what's going to happen here is I'm basically just going to give Pierce and Chris 2 suggestions, and they will build a scene off of that. And I think this is maybe one of the first times we're going to just leave them alone and let them do a scene, not interrupt them. So do we have a couple of suggestions, Chad? Hanging Chad.
Yeah, but you see, I thought it was less of a giggle and more of a sensible chuckle, just high-pitched.
Oh.
A shuckle.
A shuckle.
A shuckle.
Yeah. Or a guggle. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like when you spit out your beer. Shuckle.
Exactly.
All right.
We have a suggestion for Little Debbie cakes.
Little Debbie cakes. All right. Those are yummy. Survived the Holocaust, probably.
Yeah. And an oyster farm.
Ew. Okay. So this is 2 suggestions with Pierce and Chris, and it's going to have something to do with Little Debbie cakes and or an oyster farm in 3, 2, and 1.
Morning.
Morning. I appreciate you you allowing me this time in your day to come and have this meeting with you.
Well, it's I'm a busy man. I got a busy schedule, but I can always make 10 minutes for my godson.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, God Daddy, I was wondering, maybe I could get a raise. I've been working real hard for you these last couple months, and Godmama told me that I need to stand up for myself and come directly to you with what I desire and need, and I'm doing that. I'm manning up.
Well, Ricardo, I appreciate your candor, and I respect your willingness to ask for what you want. Why should you get a raise? I mean, you're doing the same work as everybody else. I don't think you're doing it any better or worse. I mean, you're shucking about the same number of oysters.
I am. I'm doing well. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm you say I'm shucking the same amount of oysters, but I'm shucking more. I mean, a god sister and god brother, they're just not shucking as many as I am. In fact, they take a lot of breaks. I don't break. I continue to work from sundown to sun up, which is another thing I was going to bring up. I was hoping to change my schedule. Maybe I could work during the day. I'm beginning to feel a little bit like a vampire.
Well, Ricardo, the oysters only come in, the ones that you shuck at least, they're sundown oysters. So they only come in at night. And I really need you there. And Ricardo, I need you on the sundown line.
This is another thing. And I know the raise was one issue. I do have another though, and it's something that's been nagging at my conscience. Now, is there a particular reason that we're loading up these oysters that we're shucking into Little Debbie food cake boxes? It just seems like it's a little nefarious to me.
Well, now, Ricardo, you really want to know the answer to that question?
If it's going to cause me to be in as much trouble as God cousin was, then no, I do not. But it is bugging me a little.
I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm going to let you in closer. You want this raise, you want this job, you're going to have to accept the responsibility. See, Little Debbie actually folded about 10 years ago. Nobody knows because nobody eats those things. So we've been shipping sundown oysters with the pearls to the Chinese for the last 10 years using Little Debbie boxes. That's why I need you. I need someone I can trust on the sundown oyster pull.
Oh, you can trust me, God Daddy. I mean, I want to be the premier, family member of this God family. I really do feel like I can contribute to the business.
All right.
I would love more responsibilities.
I tell you what we're going to do. Even though the Little Debbie did shut down, they still send us the boxes full of Little Debbie cakes. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the Little Debbie cakes.
Oh,
That'll be your raise.
Oh, that's great, Goddaddy, 'cause that's so much better than just those old stale ass crackers you've been giving to us during the daytime while we're sleeping in the closets. That's I'm really excited about getting more responsibilities, Goddaddy.
I'm proud of you, Ricardo. Really, truly proud. Now go.
And scene. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Daddy.
Daddy.
That's a new way. That's a new way to curse without cursing. God, Daddy. Oh my gosh.
That was fun. As soon as the godson, I was like, I got time for my godson. I'm like, I didn't see that coming. How am I gonna fix it?
Godmother, God cousin. All right, so this next game is for Chris and Patrick, and I'm just going to need a suggestion for 2 letters. Very different letters and consonants, ideally, but not weird ones, rare ones, hard ones, silent ones.
They're all silent to me.
Letters that are silent but hard.
Kind of like how I ride emphysema or whatever that horse's name was.
Elegance.
Elegance.
Emphysema the dog.
This is my beautiful racehorse named after lung disease.
Okay, what does it say about all of us that all the scenes are like trying to get a job, trying to get paid for a job? Just,
That's the theme.
This is emphysema. You may have seen his mother in the movie Seabiscuit. Her name is mesothelioma.
All right. Did we get any letters? Sorry. So letters. So what's going to happen, and while you're thinking about letters, like it's that hard, is these guys are going to have to sub out some letters. So if the letter is, W's instead of S's, then instead of Sam, his name is going to be Wham. And that's what they have to do throughout the entire scene. Wham would actually be a super cool name, just for the record.
Yeah, my name would actually be George Michael in that case.
Yeah. so
I would be the other guy from Wham.
Jitterbug.
So letters.
Okay.
Literally, just look at your keyboard, people.
Oh, we have letters. Don't worry. We in fact we get letters. Right. I just don't share them with y'all because they made me cry. We have the suggestion for the letter D, as in Delta, and we have the suggestion for the letter W.
D and W. So I'm thinking that maybe it'd be fun if instead of D's, they're W's.
Sure.
So, and then do we have a suggestion from way back to 30 minutes ago?
Yes.
That you think might work?
Yes, a stagehand.
All right. Okay. So this is letter sub where they're going to have to swap out words that start with D and swap out that W for the D. And then this is going to have something to do with stagehand or something in 3, 2, and 1.
Man, this is hard work.
You ain't lying, man. I thought this job would be so easy.
It's difficult.
I'm sweating more than I ever thought.
When the rector said we need to make this stage out of woo, I was like, you have to be kidding me. Woo? Solid woo?
Wuglets, I thought the same thing because this entire production takes place in a metal foundry. Why wouldn't we just make everything out of metal?
This is the strangest production of Guys and Walls I have ever seen.
Yeah, and that's a play that I know enough about to talk about.
The choreography is insane. Those Wance numbers are wum.
The Wance
So
numbers,
what?
the songs, the stage direction entirely is pretty just all encompassing, amazing.
Look, Wanny. I think we might need to talk directly to the Roector. Man to man, face to face, worker to Roector.
Wugless, he's never going to go for that because he is always so wound and sow that any word was you say to him will make him cry.
Well, look, I don't care if he cries. This is a simple matter of wallers and cents. We are not getting paid as much as we should.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Would you happen to have a spare bedroom that I could crash in because I've been evicted?
Wait, you won't have anywhere to live?
I won't have any money. I won't have any money.
You're broke, huh? Not a whime to your name.
Not a wine, not a waller.
Well, I can loan you some cash.
I can't take any more loans, man. I've tried everything. I've tried selling my Bowie on the street, and it's not working.
What about Blue? Have you wonated your Blue?
After I tried selling my Bowie, I tried Blue and some. I mean, it's hard to give Blue like that.
Yeah. Not since college have I wonated with my Blue. You can stay at my house. And
you mean it?
And I'm serious. I mean,
I can because I got my wog still.
Oh, your little puppy wog.
My little puppy wog.
Oh,
yeah.
Your Woberman picture. Your Woberman is so cute. It's not vicious at all.
Yeah, but he takes some. He got some big old turds that he got to pick out of the grass.
Takes big wumps.
You know? Big wumps, big old wumps.
And scene. Big old wumps. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man, that was fun.
That was fun.
All right. Pierce, do you want to intro a job interview for me?
Sure, I'll do this.
I think Patrick's our thing, right?
I think
He's our
I need to
thing.
see if my sound turns off because I'm on my AirPods right now. I usually have corded headphones for this.
All right, Patrick, can you hear us, you dunderhead? No? Okay. Dunderhead usually causes
He would reply to that. An eyebrow.
You should try Wonderhead.
Wonderweb. All right, so we're gonna just keep being weird. Chad, from our audience, what we need here is Patrick is interviewing for a job, but he doesn't know what it is. So what is the job that he's interviewing for? And I'll be honest, this, I think, maybe the first time I've introed this game. Is there anything else, Melanie, that you need?
Just what he's interviewing for.
Okay.
I think. This is when Chris goes away, leaves the kids to play. I don't know.
No. So Chad, all we need then is an occupation. Any occupation. We've asked for this, I think, the last time I introed the game. I'm apparently the job getter.
Exactly. So if you need a job, call Pierce right now in the chat. I'll give out his personal cell phone number right now. Okay, now we're good to go.
So we're sticking with our theme of trying to get a job. We're going to see if we can carry this somehow into every scene tonight. Because apparently We need work.
Ooh, I love this. Okay, this is just obscure enough, I think. Auctioneer.
Auctioneer. Okay. So Patrick is going to be attempting to get a job as an auctioneer. However, he has no idea that that's the job he's applying for. Melanie is going to interview him for that job. So let's bring Patrick back in and see how it goes. All right. This is job interview in 3, 2, and 1.
Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Yes. I was so excited to see your resume and see how much experience you have
You
doing
got
this.
you got my resume in the mail. That's awesome. I was afraid it wouldn't make it.
Yes. No, I took 7 weeks, but it did finally arrive. Thank you, Post Office. Yes. So you obviously have an interest in art.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the classics, Monet and Rembrandt. I just have such an appreciation for it. I love it.
Are you familiar with art values?
Yeah, I mean, I know that if it's made with acrylic, it's worth less than if it's made with like real oils, or if it's made with like steel instead of wood.
Okay. Tell me, I wasn't clear on your resume. Some of the letters you glued to the page had fallen off. What was your last job prior to coming here?
My last job, actually, I worked for a company that took people hostage. That's why I did so many letters gluing onto the page. I felt like I kind of learned a lot, so it was kind of a skill I didn't want to go to waste. So I feel like
So you're
really
comfortable with high pressure?
Yeah, totally. Like if doesn't matter like what the weather's doing outside. Like I've got a barometer. I know like what the weather's going to be like.
Okay. I meant more like emotional pressure.
Oh yeah. I can take a lot of stress, or if you're just like a micromanager, if you're like a really like just like bitchy boss, that's fine with me.
Okay, you really didn't need to go there, but I was talking about sort of dealing with our clients. We have a lot of very high-end clientele here. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Have you
people
worked
do a lot of
with
drugs. Yeah.
They just might, but that is not for me to judge. However, they do have a lot of money.
Yeah. You need a lot of money to do a lot of drugs. Yeah.
Right. Are you comfortable living amongst and being rather firm with people that hold a lot of power and have a lot of cash in the world?
Yeah. Rubbing elbows with the elite is something that I did when I was taking people hostage. We took a lot of celebrities and like art collectors, took a lot of them hostage.
That's kudos. So you've worked with art collectors, you know that they can be very precious with their stuff.
They're just so rude, but yeah, they're cool, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to be, encountering a little bit of that. I do have some concern. You seem, and I understand it's a job interview, you seem very tentative. I need to know that you can speak loudly, clearly, quickly. Powerfully.
Yeah. If someone is like touching the art, I can be like, hey, don't touch the art, asshole. Like that sort of thing.
Well, again, we have high level clientele, even some celebrities, I might add. And when you see them hold it up, you will want to make sure and give them your full attention. Do you understand?
Oh yeah.
They're here to spend a lot of money.
Miss Christie, I totally get that. I totally understand. When I'm working as an auctioneer, that's something that I can absolutely do.
Right, you're hired.
And scene. Oh man, that's a good old job, new job right there. Former kidnapper, now turned auctioneer.
Yeah. So you've abducted art collectors. I like it. What is next?
Our next game is a game called Scene Three Ways. So what I need you guys to do in the chat is I need you to give me different genres of films, theater, whatever else. I almost said music, not music. Let's not do that. And what's going to happen is our two actors. Sorry, my headphones are driving crazy. There we go. Our two actors, Chris and Melanie, are going to be doing a scene. They're going to do that scene once, and they're going to do that scene again in the genres that you choose. And then, Chad, we also need to get while our lovely audience is giving us suggestions for that, I need you to scroll back up and give us a suggestion that maybe caught your fancy earlier that you missed out on.
Okay, that would be the Illuminati.
The Illuminati. Oh. All right. Notoriously, lots of works of art have been made about the Illuminati.
That's how the God family got started.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
The Illuminati.
And then have we sufficiently wasted enough time to where the audience is caught up to the lag that we have, where we have some suggestions rolling in?
Oh yeah, they're rolling in. But even as I'm yapping, folks, go ahead and keep putting them in because I got my eye on you. So let's see here. First of all, we have 80s high school movie.
80s high school movie. All right. I feel like that's cheating because we have two people who actually lived through the 80s. That's not fair.
So we're talking after school special or
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
80s high school movie.
Whatever decade Greece was set in. That's what you guys should do.
Tell me more.
It was
Tell
the
me
80s,
more.
right? Yeah.
All right. Well, let's make it a little more difficult by jumping ahead a decade to a 90s cartoon.
90s cartoon. All right. Do we have anything from the aughts?
I wish. Well, I'll tell you what. How about a crime drama?
Okay.
A crime drama from the 2000s. All right. Specifically,
Trouble for the decades.
A crime drama from 2006. All right. I want something in there that's specifically 2006. Do I?
I said a more innocent.
All right. So we're going to unveil the secrets of the Illuminati here for you in Scene 3 Ways with Melanie and Chris. This first scene, just regular. That's going to start in 3,
just a regular
2, scene. Just regular one. Starts in 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, you look nice.
Thank you. Quiet here.
Yeah, I thought it was weird, when you invited me on this date, that this is where you picked. I would have thought a restaurant or a movie or something.
No, I like it here.
It's weird, but I'm willing to do anything. I'm lonely, so.
Well, I come here when I'm lonely, actually. Sometimes when it's empty like this, I'll run up and down and ring all the bells.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of bells in here. I saw a weird cloakroom when I walked in. I thought I was supposed to hang up my jacket, but there were like black Holocaust cloaks and stuff. Like, it was weird.
Yeah. You want to see something even weirder?
I'm afraid to say no.
Do you have a lighter?
I do. I'm a smoker.
Okay, here. Look at that.
Oh.
It's smelly smoke.
It is smelly smoke. I was going to say, I thought you were going to try and drug me up or something, but that's good. That kind of reminds me of my Drakkar Noir that I used to wear. That's pungent.
Isn't it nice?
I'm glad you like pungent things because that bodes well for me in the future.
Yes.
All right. We're going to go now through the decades. A little journey through time here. We're going to see that same scene now as an 80s high school movie. In 3, 2, and 1.
What's up? Thanks for meeting me here.
My God. I'm so glad you said yes because you're so cute.
Yeah, when I saw that note you pinned up in my locker that said, meet me in the gym after school, I was like, well, it'll have to be after my cool karate practice, but I'll be there.
I was glad, and I hacked your locker using your birthday, which I figured out because my dad is like kind of mystical and he knows all.
Well, your dad it sounds like a really cool bro, but I wanted to say that I'm gonna maybe have to end this weird date early because our high school has the state finals championship game tonight, and I'm the starting center, as you know.
Wait, I want you to try something.
Okay, but it better not be the marijuana.
Oh my God, I would never do the marijuana. My dad is like a mystic. No, it's just a fig.
Well, I'm a smoker. Do you need a lighter?
I do. Oh my gosh.
That's punch.
This is not cigarette smoke.
Well, that smells like Old Spice.
What happens when two people who hardly remember high school?
Oh. All right. We're going to see that scene now as a 90s cartoon. A 90s cartoon. In 3, 2, and 1.
Hi! Welcome.
Thank you for meeting me here. I was wondering why it's so dark and dingy in here.
Well, because today we're gonna try to find light. Would you like to come and find light with us today? Say light.
You're being
Come on.
I can say light, but I'm still questioning why you're doing that. I brought my wonder ring here, and I was wondering if we were to touch rings together, maybe we could generate our own light.
Let's try.
I'm not trusting you. You seem a little too anxious to touch your ring to my ring.
Come along. Let's go on an adventure, shall we? I bet we can find a way for our rings to come together and save the world.
I've never touched rings with a girl before.
Well, that's okay. It's getting dark. We need to find a way to start a fire. Do you know how to start a fire?
I probably could. I used to be a smoker. I've found some weird cloaks outside. Yes, I was a smoker. I was a bad man.
I probably shouldn't be out in the dark with a grown man.
You probably
scene. We're gonna cut that there. Yep. We're gonna. Nope, not going there.
I was trying to go Planet Earth, I think, or not Planet Earth, but whatever those were, the planets. And all of a sudden we've gone like Elmo. I'm not sure how these are going to mix together.
Chris started Animaniacs. Melanie went Dora the Explorer. All right, and now we're going
Swiper! Help me, Swiper!
Swiper is actually Smoker in this universe.
Smoker!
Smoker, no smoking. All right. So for this last of our journey through the cosmos of time, we're now going to see this as a crime film from the year 2006. That starts in 3, 2, and 1.
I'm a smoker.
Me too. That doesn't scare me.
You're my new... It's nice to meet you. I've gone through a lot of partners. It's good to meet you, Detective Lacey.
Listen, Cagney.
I go by James, but Cagney's fine.
Jimmy. I'm going to call you Jimmy.
Yeah.
We got a problem with these bodies showing up all cloaked.
Yeah, I noticed that. I put that into my notepad. I'm using my Palm Pilot, and I noticed that all of these dead bodies are turning up in these black cloaks. It's a clue, I think.
And you know what? If I put this out for a minute, got some smelly smoke. You get my flip phone.
Wait,
call it in.
that smells like CK1.
Damn it.
I think that's another clue. You might need to write that down in your little flip phone there. I still use a Palm Pilot. I don't know why. It's 2006.
You can't write anything on a flip phone.
I was just waiting for one of you to be like, these bodies are piling up thanks to Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld.
All right. Let's see. Melanie, would you like to intro and run product placement, our final game?
Sure.
Cheers.
All right, so we need products. So anything, but it needs to be a name brand. Like, can't just be a tennis shoe. It needs to be an Adidas tennis shoe, as those worn by cult leaders. So nothing against Adidas. We like you. We appreciate your sponsorship. So just throw in all kind of going to be a bunch of products, full name products. And what's going to happen here is these guys are, and then Chad you can throw out a suggestion for a location, but if that doesn't come in, Chad can grab one from earlier. So what's going to happen here is Pierce and Chris Pierce and Patrick are going to do a scene based on the suggestion, and they're going to have to incorporate the product. So as you probably have all watched movies where the character goes over and uses some Jergens hand lotion, well, it's, Jergens paying for that movie, so they're going to use that lotion all throughout, depending on what kind of movie it is. Depends how much lotion they use. So on that note, let's get some products going. So we need a bunch of them. So just look around wherever you are and find one item.
By the way,
share with us.
Yeah, speaking of which, before we get into that, I do need to make a note here. Alabama Pinball in the chat says that Melanie legit has a great cartoon voice. So there is that. Compliment of the evening, Frank.
You didn't like my cartoon voice?
Does he hire for animation? By any chance? Because clearly we all need work. Can you say paycheck? All right. So are we getting some products?
Certainly we are. Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Chick-fil-A.
Ben and Jerry's, I presume ice cream. They just said Ben and Jerry's, but sure.
What else do they make?
They want to sell Ben and Jerry.
Yeah.
just you have to incorporate Ben and his brother Jerry. All right, Chick-fil-A, Ben and Jerry's.
The Oral-B toothbrush.
Oh, okay.
It's a scene about food and eating.
Hey, I don't know how you handle yourself at home, but I don't eat my toothbrushes. Let's see.
The key is a Chick-fil-A sandwich better with toothpaste. Pro tip.
Speaking of things better with toothpaste, Gollum yoga mat.
Okay.
G-A-L-A-M.
I don't know how to spell that.
Yeah.
It's already done.
Or Gaiam, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. I can't, I need glasses.
No, they're going to use a
Gollum.
They're going to use a Gollum yoga mat, and they're going to have to incorporate that.
LL Bean slippers.
LL Bean slippers. Something I was supposed to get for Christmas. They still haven't arrived.
Monster
Yeah,
energy
I bought them for you. They're on the way.
Thank you. What was it?
Monster energy drink.
Okay.
A Tushy bidet.
Two more. A Tushy bidet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Touche bidet.
Lay's potato chips.
All right. And do we have a suggestion?
For a location, correct?
Yeah, or whatever. Just anything we haven't used.
Sure. A grassy field.
A grassy knoll. Okay, a grassy field. I guess I didn't need to type that. So, so this is product placement with Pierce and Patrick, and they're going to have to incorporate these items as I throw them into the scene and justify them moving forward. And this is going to have something to do with a grassy field, and this is product placement in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh my gosh, Dewey! You made me a little picnic in this field.
No, it's a perfect day. The grass is just the right height. It feels like a carpet. I want to frolic.
Oh, well, I'm actually a little famished right now. Can we just like sit down and maybe eat?
Well, I knew you would be, so I packed a big, huge picnic for us. But
Oh my gosh, thank you. Did you bring a picnic basket the size of a Tic Tac that just unexplainably holds lots of things?
absolutely, I did. But Jess Ellen,
I'll be in slippers.
I need to talk to you first.
Yes,
So
Dewey.
change out of those high heels and put on these extraordinarily comfy LL Bean slippers. They feel like gloves for your feet.
Oh, LL Bean slippers for the unexpected gift. Yeah, these are nice to have outdoors on this blanket. This is very nice. I can see why you spent only $39.99 on these. They feel like they would have cost at least $44.99. They're very comfortable for the good value I can see that you got there.
And they ship within 2 weeks.
Oh, Dewey, but I don't need to have LL Bean slippers be more comfortable with you. I'm comfortable with you just the way that you are. I love you, Dewey.
Gollum yoga mat.
Jess Ellen, I know you do, and that's what I need to talk to you about. So lay down on this amazingly comfortable Gollum yoga mat.
Oh God, that's so
Maybe take
realistic to the movie.
a relaxing pose, child's pose, or dead body pose.
Dewey, I'll be honest. The realism of this Gollum yoga mat is just so real that I feel like I'm actually laying next to Smeagol, but at least Smeagol has a ring here.
Well, Jess Ellen, you are my precious.
Oh, I just love you so much. I love you, Dewey, as much as I love Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. They're just so delicious. I feel like when I kiss you, I can taste that sweet pickled brine on your lips. Oh, and if you wanted to, you could take the sandwich out of the bag, flip it inside out, and twist it into some sort of like cylindrical shape that you could, like use for me, Dewey.
Jess Ellen, we're like the two wholesome pickle slices on every buttery bunned chicken Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Oh,
Or toothbrush.
But
Dewey, don't talk about my buttery buns like that with that dirty little mouth you've got there.
well, I do have a dirty mouth. Fortunately, I also brought my Oral-B toothbrush. Always helpful for getting between all of your teeth, all of my teeth, all of our teeth together.
Dewey, I feel like you're talking a lot about my breath here. Did something happen? Does my breath smell?
Touche bidet.
It's not your breath, Jess Ellen. It's not your breath. Jess Ellen, I got you a
Dewey,
gift.
don't go there. Do not go there.
I got you a gift, Jess Ellen.
You know that I'm sensitive about my stinky beehole, Dewey.
But Jess Ellen, with a touche, touchy bidet.
I don't want a touchy bidet. I want a touche bidet.
I will give you whatever bidet you want, but we've got to do something about it.
Monster energy drink.
Honey, this is a hard time to hear this because I was just about to kind of spritz off with some Monster energy drink, the one energy that covers the smell of ass on you. Everyone knows that only one thing smells worse than ass is Monster energy.
And scene. Oh my gosh.
That was fun. That was good.
There's no way I was going to bring poor Ben and Jerry into that mess. It's not going to happen.
Don't do Cherry Garcia like that.
No.
Oh man. Oh, that was fun. Well, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys had some chuckles along the way. I know there were definitely times I was close to losing it, if not losing it. That's you definitely got me with the. Is it my breath? It's not. It's not just your breath. Don't go there. So thank you guys for joining us. We have another short form improv show this Saturday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. So if you haven't gotten enough yet and you want to see some more of us with some different actors, please tune in 7:30. Same bat time, same bat channel. I want to thank our cast here tonight for playing along with us. My name is Chris. We also had Pierce. We have Melanie. And we had Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick.
Fantastic. It was a good show. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. And of course, a virtual round of applause and a big thank you for Chad, our tech guru, our Hostmaster General, for making this seamless. We had no problems. That was good stuff. And he is, I'm assuming he was able to keep up with you guys in the chats. And speaking of keeping up with you guys in the chats, I'm going to turn it over to Chad because we have a title to choose.
And before we title this show, I would like to title all of our wonderful supporters tonight as Dukes and Duchesses of the Place. So I just watched Bridgerton, and I just learned the term Duke and Duchess, so there's that. So thank you to Abby Joyce for the bit cheers, Eagle Panini for the gift sub and the bit cheers, Rockabrella for the bit cheers, Patrick Lib 5 for the bit cheers, Alabama Pinball subscribing with Prime. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate that. Let's see here. We also had, I think Rockabrella also subscribed to Prime. Thank you so much for that. Comedy Girly for the bit cheers. Guys, and Mball7843 for the bid cheers as well. So thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Love you so much. Okay, so with that being said, it is now time for the unveiling of your suggestions, and we had a lot of.
We both started a joke at the same time.
Exactly. So if you have any last minute ones, spit them out now because I'm going down the list. First of all, the French response to Mexican fast casual.
Good.
Following on the heels, the Quackadilla. Or Quackadilla.
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 It's Quackadilla in that scenario. There's no. You're not pronouncing that right.
Man, you put duck in a tortilla, it's a quackadilla, man.
I was just impressed that Patrick worked foie gras into that. God Daddy.
God daddy.
Sundown Oysters.
That was good, too.
You Can Trust Me, God Daddy. Guys and Walls. Not a whime, not a dollar, or I guess it should be not a whime, not a waller.
Whime, not a waller.
Yeah.
Have you tried wonating your blue?
Blue.
That was
Yep.
it.
Blue.
Yeah, blue. Big old Wumps. I've never touched rings with a girl before. Take a relaxing dead body pose. And I love that sweet, briny taste on your lips.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
Big ol' Wumps makes me laugh.
I do love the French response to fast casual or whatever, but that's I like that as being like the name of a novella, you know, it's like
The French response to Mexican casual.
You mentioned Taco Bell.
What anyone from the audience got any favorites that they want to type or vote for before we make our decision?
I'm seeing votes for big old Wumps.
Big old Wumps.
Yeah.
All right,
so big old Wumps it is.
God, man. See, now take it out of context, it's okay. But when you're in the scene, you're like, oh man, that's not good.
And my dog takes big old
Wumps.
wob.
Yeah.
My wog.
So I did all poop scenes tonight. my stinky beehole, you know. So I would say this is a pretty average show for me. Yeah.
It's like my Woberman takes big Wumps.
You got my best tonight, audience. You're welcome.
So it's takes big Wumps.
Mm-hmm. Big old Wumps.
Big old Wumps. Big old Wumps. That's the title of our sub. All right, that's good. Works for me. Letter sub tends to breed titles for our shows. I think if you were just look at titles for our shows without ever having seen one, you're like, none of these make any sense, and that's why.
Yeah.
All right. Any other announcements or anything, Chad?
We do have a raid lined up. I did find a channel, Sketch NYC, that does sketch comedy. Right now, though, they have an all-women comedic talk show called She Said, She Said. So I think it would be nice to
Nice.
drop by and say hi to them on the way out.
To our audience, we need guests for our Tuesday show.
Yes.
We play Jackbox games. Low stress. You can be on here with us with these tasty mugs you see around you. chaoticgoodimprov.com. Sign up.
Go to the contact link on chaoticgoodimprov.com. All right,
That
cool.
one, sure.
All right, Chad. So go ahead and get us ready for the raid, and let me know. Was it like 10 seconds once you click it?
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, go ahead and start your outro if you will.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And I think we'll hold this pose for a while. I don't know how long.